word, y'all? It's Double R the God tapping in with y'all. So look, today we're gonna be talking about protein. What is protein? But before we get into that, I need everybody to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that y'all can be notified when we dropping fire videos. So we got our plant-based people that want to know, am I getting enough protein in my diet? We got our carnivore people that want to know, hey, if I switch over to a plant-based diet, will I be receiving the amount of protein that I need? And then we got weightlifters and bodybuilders that want to know, do I need to supplement protein to gain the mass or the size that I want to be as far as reaching my goal in the gym? But before we start talking about protein, we need to talk about these four basic elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Now, these are the four basic elements you need to create any living organism. Now, once you have these four living organisms, you are ready to begin to start making, once you have these four basic elements, you are ready to begin to start making living organisms. Now, we're going to consider carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen to be vowels, right? So once we take these four elements and combine them with other elements, we're going to get what you call an amino acid. Now, just like how you would take a vowel and combine them together with other letters in the alphabet to create words, you take carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, combine them with other elements, and then you get amino acids. So there are 21 different types of amino acids. Half of them your body can create on its own by rearranging other molecules in your body to create the type of ones that they need. And then the other half you need to receive from plants and vegetables, or fruits and vegetables. Now that we have amino acids, if we take an amino acid and combine it with one or more amino acid, we get what you call a protein. Just like how you would take one word and combine it with one or more words and you get a sentence. Okay, so now that we know what protein is and what it's made out of, what is the function for a protein? Well, there's actually multiple different types of proteins. If there's 21 different amino acids and one plus one or more amino acid creates a protein, then we know that we can combine endlessly with 21 different amino acids. So we can have a bunch of different types of proteins. But some of the proteins that we're familiar with are your antibody proteins, the ones that aid your immune system in getting rid of bacteria and viruses. The hemoglobin protein, which contain oxygen molecules and transfer them throughout the body so that the body can gain oxygen. Then you got your muscle protein, which is what your muscles are made out of. Then you have your keratin protein, which is what your hair is made out of, right? So can you actually eat hair protein and gain the amount of protein that you need? No, because once a protein is a protein, it's a protein. It's hard to break it down. See, an amino acid, like I said before, your body can rearrange those molecules in your body to create the other different types of amino acids that it needs. Now, a protein is a little different. Once that amino acid chain is formed into a protein, it's damn near impossible to break through. It has to go through a long process of being broken down in order to become an amino acid again, right? So what is the big difference between plant protein and animal protein? Why is it such a big thing that you need to get protein from animals and that you can't get protein from plants? Well, before I even get into it, I'm gonna just ask you this. Where do you think the cow gets its protein from? The cow eats grass. Grass is a vegetable, it's vegetation. So when we look at a vegan versus a meat eater and how they gain protein, I'm gonna take you through the process. The way that a vegan gains their protein is they're gonna eat the plant. See, plants are made out of amino acids in their base form. Plants aren't in that complex protein structure. They're made simply out of amino acids in their base form. So a vegan is going to eat the protein, or a vegan is going to eat the plant, obtain the amino acids, and then your body is going to create the protein on its own. So you don't actually need protein. Your body creates protein. Protein is not like a vitamin. Proteins are created in your body based off of what you need. If you need hair, your amino acids is going to build protein for hair. It's going to build hair protein. If your body needs more amino acids, or if your body needs more antibodies, your body's going to create antibodies out of those amino acids. Now, the difference between a meat eater and a vegan is the way that a meat eater is going to get their protein is through secondhand. See, the cow is going to eat the grass, digest the amino acids, and then the cow's body is going to build the protein that it needs, whether it be tissue protein, whether it be muscle protein, whether it be hair protein, and then the meat eater eats the protein, or eats the cow, eats the meat, digests the protein, and then your body has to break down that protein into amino acid form so that your body can decide what it needs. So that's the biggest misconception, is that you need to have protein from an external source. No, your body creates protein just like the cow's body creates protein. So the problem with this form of consuming protein is that your body has to expend a lot of energy. See, digestion is a big process. It takes a long time for your body to digest these big globular proteins. And once it does digest it, now there's hydrogen molecules all in your body, which is what's creating an acidic environment. So if we take an axe and we chip at a rock, right? If we take a pickaxe and chip at a rock, you're gonna see crumbs start to break off. That's the same thing that happens in your body when you eat a protein. So you eating this protein, your body has to chip away at it. Now you got little pebbles of hydrogen floating all through your body, and it's creating an acidic environment. Now it's plaque building around your arteries, building around your veins, and that's not what you want. That is the process that your body has to go through just to break down protein. So, it's not a healthy way of consuming protein. Now, for people who are bodybuilding and they want to know, do I need to take a supplement like a powder supplement for protein to gain mass? No, you can get all your protein from fruits and vegetables. You can get all the protein you need from fruits and vegetables. You can get it from beans, you can get it from rice and stuff like that. And the whole thing is that, for one, protein that's in powder form or whey protein is made from the byproduct of cheese. We know that cheese and dairy products aren't even healthy to begin with, so why would you want to get your protein from cheese byproduct? That's not healthy at all, and that's an unnatural process for your body to be digesting protein in that manner. You shouldn't be digesting protein from a powder. You should be digesting protein from a fibrous source like an apple, or from plants, or from any type of food that has a good amount of amino acids. Okay, so no, you don't need to get protein supplements from powders and doing all this other stuff. This is all marketing. This is all business. This is to increase size. This is why your stomach hurts after you take a protein shake, because 9 times out of 10, if you're eating meat and you're taking protein shakes, you're already overdosing on the normal amount of protein that you need. On top of that, when have you ever heard of somebody having a protein deficiency? When have you ever heard of somebody lacking in protein, going to the doctor because they don't have enough protein? Nobody, because protein is not something that you need. Protein is something that you make. It's not. My bad, y'all. My video cut off because my camera ran out of time. But like I was saying, you don't hear too many people talking about having a protein deficiency, because it's not common. You're not going to find somebody who's lacking protein, because the body creates the protein based off of what you're getting. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is for people who are in the vegan and plant-based community that are buying all these protein-based products because they feel like they're not consuming the amount of protein that they need because of all this talk about protein. You're getting all the protein that you need from fruits and vegetables. Apes, rhinos, all these big ass animals that only eat vegetables do not have no protein deficiency. They eat grass all day, they eat fruits all day, they eat vegetables all day, and that's all they need. They're the strongest animals. So that's another thing when it comes to weightlifting. The biggest and strongest animals on the planet only eat fruits and vegetables. So that should be even a more understanding about how your body has to do, how mass doesn't have to do necessarily with the protein that you gain from meat. It's all about how well your body can repair muscles, and that's a whole nother story. But it's all about how quickly your body can repair muscles after they've been torn. That's what muscle mass is about. It's about how effectively and how proper your body is working. So, but for all my people that are buying all these soy products because you feel like you're vegan and you're not getting enough protein, you don't have to do that. All the protein that you need comes from the food and the fruits and vegetables that you're getting. If you feel like you need to get more, if you feel like you need to be more full, then you need to eat more starch-based. And not that I'm recommending starch because it's not the healthiest for you, but if you need to feel full, you're looking for globular proteins, which you can get from beans and you can get from rice, which is going to take a little longer to digest. That's probably what you're thinking and creating the link as far as mass and size. But for all the people that's out there that's buying all these soy products and that's buying all these protein plus and That's marketing, because people don't know what protein is. They think that it's like a vitamin and that it's only one type of protein. No, that's not the case. So yeah, I hope y'all like this video.